responsibility, sir.
Okay.
And it also says aggressive dogs must be removed from the park immediately. Have you been back to the dog park?
He's not an aggressive dog.
Well, clearly it was on that date. There was no question in my mind that your dog bit his dog. But I don't find that you are solely without fault. Did you have a vet bill?
Yes.
What was the vet bill?
It was $35, and then the cremation was $110, and the urn was $65. I have all my statements right here if you'd like to see it.
Not an unreasonable amount. Did you pay for the dog?
Yes.
How much?
$350.
Your Honor?
Yes.
The boyfriend here told me not to worry about it, that his dog had bitten that same dog a couple weeks before, and it couldn't walk for several days, and it was no big deal.
Listen, he may be an idiot.
Okay.
He's her idiot. But you don't want me to think you're an idiot, Mr.
Okay.
Toll. No. Okay. Your dog bit their dog. This says you're liable.
Right.
I find that he was partially responsible because he exercised poor judgment and not taking the little dog to the right place, thereby placing his charge, like a child, his charge in danger. So he is half responsible.
I agree with you.
Great. Then we're together. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $280. That's all. Thank you.
Please excuse me, step out.
Glenn said that my dog shouldn't have been in the big dog park because she was little. Glenn's dog should not have been in that dog park because it was not licensed. And on that rule board, it says every dog should be licensed.
Every time I saw a small dog in the big dog park, I ran up to the owners and said, hey, please take your dog out of here. You know, my dog needs a place to play too.
If your dog had not been there in the first place, my dog would not have been dead.
He said that his dog has done something like this before.
My dog was my best friend. We were literally attached. When people become attached to their dog.
She has a very strong opinion that I didn't care, and that wasn't the case.
My dog was dead on arrival. My dog died in my bare arms, Glenn.
Completely found out the hard way that huskies see small dogs as squirrels.
You should not have brought it to a dog park because clearly you knew it was aggressive. Clearly.
GlassesDirect.co.uk sponsors thrilling spectacles on CBS Drama.
Remember putting my hand on my shirt and looking at blood. I had to pull the knife out. It cut my artery.
That rage got to me. I would do anything to take it back.
Wines with Knives, tonight on CBS Reality.
Every contact leaves a trace, visible or invisible to the naked eye. A fingerprint is unique and not shared by any two individuals in the world, not even twins. They may share the same DNA, but they'll have different fingerprints, and they'll remain unchanged throughout their lives. The first forensic use of fingerprints dates back to the late 19th century, when the Chinese and Babylonians were using them as signatures as early as 2000 BC. The first systematic record of fingerprints dates back to 1891 in Argentina. A man was convicted on the back of them just a year later. Fingerprints are randomly distributed and vary from individual to individual and from fingertip to fingertip. They're called friction ridges and are actually used for gripping, twisting and turning, and they give the fingers traction. There are three types of fingerprints depending upon how they're left. Patent prints, where blood, ink or dirt is left in the fingertips of the perpetrator and a clear visible mark is left behind. Plastic prints, they have a three-dimensional quality where the perpetrator leaves an impression in something soft like butter, wax or even dust. And latent prints, which are invisible to the naked eye and can only be detected using special lighting. Fingerprint patterns adhere to the oil and moisture in a latent print, exposing the pattern of friction ridges. These patterns come in different qualities and colours to ensure the greatest contrast against a background surface. Back in the lab, these prints are then compared to a database of known offenders. Worldwide, fingerprints from crime scenes generate more evidence than all other forensic techniques combined.
The kiss really could make it better, because kissing releases chemicals that help them feel better for a moment or two, until we can find something that lasts longer, like Nurofen for children, longer lasting than paracetamol, with up to 8-hour fever relief.
Meet Team GB
6, you can eat fresh fruit and veg every week for less. This week's freshest offers start at just 59p each. No wonder we're Fresh Produce Supermarket of the Year for the 4th year running. Aldi, everyday amazing.
An ordinary kid just found an extraordinary source.
Harry Potter, King Arthur, and me. You're such a nerd.
An instant classic.
We need to raise an army.
Spectacular fun.
This is destiny.
The Kitten with the King in cinemas now.
This is a report from Save the Children. Right now, children are arriving in hospitals across Central Africa, undernourished and in desperate need of treatment. Pierre is 4 years old. He should have his whole life ahead of him. But because of a simple lack of nutrition, his body is weak and he is fighting to stay alive.
His condition is critical. He has half of the normal weight for his age.
He needs medicine and he needs therapeutic food urgently.